Warning, we are a spoilers podcast. At times we are also an offensive podcast. And we are most certainly a verbally explicit podcast. So if you fear for any of your delicate sensibilities, please back up now before you reach the point of no return. Alright, pussies, this is your final warning.
Hello and welcome to Cinematic Anarchy, and we are getting into another episode, I guess this is the second episode in a row with a Kurt Russell film. Today we're going to be discussing the movie Death Proof. And with me today I have Miss B.
Yo!
And welcome back after a long hiatus, Mr.
Very
Maestro,
long.
Omar.
What's left of him, which ain't much.
What's left of you?
Yeah.
You've been doing a lot. You moved into a new home and are just you had to get your life together. There's important things to be done, and
there's been a lot of things to be done. You know, I'm still doing, but you know,
I'm still hovering in the same place. So not a lot of moving here outside of from room to room. That being said, we're going to go ahead and I'm just going to read a quick synopsis of the movie and then we can discuss. So, basic storyline. In Austin, Texas, the girlfriends, Julia, Arlene, and Shayna, meet at a bar to drink, smoke, and make out with their boyfriends before traveling alone to Lake LBJ to spend the weekend together. They meet former Hollywood stuntman Mike, who takes Pam out in his death-proof stunt car. 14 months later, Mike turns up in Lebanon, Tennessee, to chase Abernathy, Zoe, and Kim, but these girls are tough and decide to pay back the attack. So,
yeah.
Basic synopsis of this wonderful Quentin Tarantino film, and
They didn't even really give a decent synopsis. It's okay. So this guy, he's a stuntman. He drives around in this fucking stunt car, right, and he supposedly death-proofs
in his hooked-up Chevy
as long
Nova.
as you're in the driver's seat. So he goes around and he stalks, pretty girls, and he fucks them up with his car. The first scene, that you see him like fucking turn off his headlights, and he fucking speeds down the road at 200 miles an hour.
Yes. As a matter of fact,
just fucking.
That's what the tagline for the movie was: "White hot terror at 200 miles an hour."
Damn, look at me doing good with numbers for the first time in my life. Anyway, but yeah, no, the first death scene. This guy's oh wait, no, that was the second. The first one was him swerving over the road with this girl in his passenger seat and fucking.
Yes, Rose McGowan.
Yep.
That's Pam, where he convinces her to let him drive her home.
Yeah, she gets plastered at a bar, and he's like, I don't drink. I come here for everything else. Which basically means I come here to hunt. And
yep. He was stating he came there for the people, the ambiance, and the nachos, which I had the complete displeasure of watching that. I love this movie, don't get me wrong. The only part that I could not really ingest
watching this
was
guy
him
fucking eat
up close and personal, the getting food on his face, just kind of stuffing
gross.
the food in his mouth, licking his fingers.
To be honest, there's a bar out here I will go for just a burger that they have there.
Yeah.
But after he kills Rose McGowan, he fucking comes back and goes after the girls that she wasn't cool with in high school. So
yeah.
It shows you I don't know if it was the same for you guys, but was the first few scenes of the movie super glitchy.
It wasn't glitchy. It wasn't glitchy. What it was is it was purposefully
really
done
bad
that way.
editing.
So this was
it was purposely done, I think.
This was a two-parter. Basically, these two movies, Death Proof and Planet Terror, were released at the same time, done by Quentin Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez, respectively. They were both movies that were supposed to pay an homage to old Grindhouse movies. So they went with the style. They purposefully made it glitchy. The music a little choppy. You had it looked like old film. Certain parts felt like it was just completely cut out altogether, or scenes were just jerkily moved from one area to the next.
Yeah.
It was done on purpose that way.
Okay. I was just under the assumption that it was just real bad editing.
They even had a cameo by another director. Do you know the Hostel series?
Yes.
Eli Roth, the guy that directs those movies, was actually one of the girls' boyfriends in the bar in the beginning of the movie.
Oh, no
Really?
shit.
It was the foul-mouthed one that was talking about, like, fuck her, let's
one
fuck
with the
her
red.
and do this and that. And yeah, the one in the red. That was Eli Roth.
The one who was also making fun of Stomach Mike.
Right, Scarface, you basically, like,
Yeah.
BJ and the Bear. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like that they show, like, the different angles of each of the girls' deaths in the first few scenes.
Right, where they and it was a slow start too. Like, it took a while to get to that first real action point, and then it did not slow down once it hit.
No, my God.
No, once it starts, it just stays that way to the end.
So, like, fast forward, he tries to do this to another group of girls, and they don't fucking take that shit.
No.
They're test driving a car that this guy wants to sell, and they leave their other friend behind as, like, collateral.
I was
in
so
a fucking
disappointed.
cheerleader costume.
I was so disappointed that Mary Elizabeth Winstead did not have a bigger role in this movie. I really was.
Oh my God. Does that bitch not age at all?
She looks exactly the same now as she did back then.
How old is she?
I don't know, but she's drinking the same thing Will Smith is. I don't know what it is.
Fucking shit. No, she's not.
Pharrell Williams.
What is that? What is that?
Williams is
Yeah,
like
okay.
he doesn't
They all
glow
drinking
anymore.
that same potion.
There's several people that look like they have never aged. Like, just they've hit some sort
Jennifer
of fountain
Aniston.
of youth in Hollywood, and I don't know where it is. Some people
They sold their souls for the fountain of youth. I don't know.
Some people hit the fountain of youth. Other people hit really bad plastic surgeons.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
They
well.
just got real good skincare routines or some shit. I don't know. Good genetics.
But yeah, 14 years later, he actually goes after another set of girls. This one actually led by a real-life stunt woman. So Zoe is actually Zoe Ball. She plays herself in the movie.
Yeah.
And that was, his mistake. He
It's
went
my
after.
favorite.
He kind of went after. I don't know, weak. I don't want to call them weak, but
Vulnerable.
he went after vulnerable girls. There we go. That's what I wanted to say. Vulnerable girls the first time around. The second time around, he did not pick the right people.
No.
And I love the quick change in cocky demeanor the second he gets shot in the arm. Like, he went from cocky to just
Dude,
just
I
do
thought
it.
you were a fucking stunt man. I thought your car was death-proofed.
Well,
What the fuck is...
his car is death-proof, but at the time that he got shot, he was standing outside of it waving his arm at the girls.
Mm-hmm.
He's supposed to be a stunt man. He's used to pain, right? He's got that giant-ass fucking scar on his face.
You'd think so. But no.
You think so, but he's a bitch.
Oh, he was...
It wasn't even in his arm. It just fucking grazed him. And it grazed the outside of his arm.
So, they left this completely
Didn't even,
open.
catch an artery.
They did leave this completely open for a sequel.
Yeah.
They didn't kill him by the end of the movie. He wasn't dead.
No, they did.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
When did they kill him?
Did you not fucking watch after, like, the scenes where they started the credits? Where fucking this bitch lifted up her foot and then fucking slammed her heel down in his face and crushed his skull?
Oh, no, I turned it off after they beat the shit out of him, and then they all went, woohoo, and that was it. That was all. I turned it off.
Yeah, no, it was I thought it was a real abrupt ending, and I like kept the credits on for a couple seconds, and it had that scene afterwards, like a few minutes, like not even a minute later.
Well, fuck me, I screwed my own rules here. Like, I missed the post-credit scene. What the hell? Okay.
Always stay for a post-credit.
Always stay for the post-credit scenes. That was my fucking problem. I stayed for the boxing match, and I didn't stay for the curb stomp.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
like that's some shit you see out of an anime.
That's yeah, I'd have to agree with that. You'd see that out of an anime. It was
like she did some like gymnastics, leg all the way the fuck up past her shoulders and down.
Yep.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do, right? I mean, if you really want to stomp ahead, that's what you're supposed to do. I'm not giving anybody head stomping tips. We're not doing that.
My favorite scene, though, was when Zoe's, like, they finally catch up to him while he's, like, crying in his car, fucking pouring whiskey on his fucking gunshot scratch.
Yes. The gunshot scratch. It was a through and through in his arm.
It wasn't a through and through. It just grazed the outside. It didn't catch an artery.
No, it didn't go. It didn't go through.
Oh, see, I'm seeing all sorts of wrong things with this movie.
It goes to the top.
It's like it's like if a bullet goes, but it just doesn't go past like this area, except his was like the front.
Okay, because I'm going by the initial impact, like the squib they used. Shoulder. Okay. I'm going by the squib they used because it looked like he got hit like right in the forearm.
No.
It was like a graze.
Bicep.
Ah. Well, fuck me. I'm missing all sorts of things today, aren't I? Here I am, like, let's do this movie justice. Okay,
here I am, I actually paid attention for once while I was playing Sims.
It's like,
way to do it justice, Hefe.
This movie was worth paying attention to. It really was. It was.
No, my favorite scene though was when they first catch up to Zoe, and when Zoe first catches up to him after like he tries running them off the road while she's strapped to the hood of their car for a fucking adrenaline rush, and she's like, she's beating him with a pipe, and he starts driving off, and that fucking her jump into the car window was so smooth, so fucking smooth.
Right. She was just. Yeah. Well, she's also a stunt woman, so I mean, by nature,
yeah.
Like, I think he was more of a.
The entire time I'm watching this, I'm like, this bitch is actually strapped to the hood of a car.
You gotta understand,
and then her straps came off, and she's just chilling on the hood of a car, going like 200 miles an hour.
She's like a new school kind of all over, like physical stunt woman. Whereas he was sort of like, well, I kind of did like the stand-in body double stuntman thing for a little while, and then he did the stand-in body double thing for a while, and then he said, well, then I just became a car stuntman, which means that he basically the only thing he knows stunt-wise is driving. That's it. He can drive a car.
And even then, not really, because he got fucked.
Okay. Yeah, he got fucked pretty bad. But it was because he picked the wrong people to fuck with.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It was mainly because he picked the wrong fucking people to screw with. He definitely... He fucked up. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Well, he picked a group that included a stunt woman.
Okay. Favorite characters.
Favorite characters. As much as I don't like him, I mean, I think that Kurt Russell did a fantastic job redeeming himself for all those cheesy ass roles he did in this movie.
I guess, but he's still a bitch.
He played the perfect two-faced villain. He did. He played that guy.
He played a bitch.
He played that guy.
He did the villain role justice. He was a good villain.
He played that guy that had the cocky machismo until somebody came up against him that he couldn't handle. he had that machismo because of the fact that...
It's not even that, like, someone came up against him and that he couldn't handle. It's that someone fucking fought back for the first time. He didn't catch them by surprise. He bumped the back of their car. He didn't fucking turn his headlights off in the middle of the night and fucking drive face first into their fucking car.
But that's what I'm saying.
They had a fighting chance.
He didn't even have his original death-proof stunt car in this particular one.
And aren't, like, death-proof stunt cars supposed to have, like, metal barring or some shit to
this one
driver?
This one cage? Did. It had the roll cage. It had everything in it. But it didn't have... Like, there were extra bits that made it death-proof, the original car... And he totaled that first car. And this one was obviously a work in progress that he hadn't spent quite as much time and love on.
I was gonna say, because this car is pretty pathetic if it's death-proof.
The second one was...
The second one? No, not really.
No, the second one was, like I said, it was pathetic. It was not death-proof. The first one was. He got out of it with a couple of scratches. This one, when it rolled...
Yeah, but that's my thing. This one, he shouldn't be fucking waving his dick around like he's big and bad if his car's not actually death-proof.
Well, he didn't expect he didn't expect an entire team of stunt women, because that's what you have here. These are all stunt women.
Yeah.
With the exception of Mary Elizabeth Winstead, who is just an actress, but... You got a team of stunt women here. He didn't expect a girl with a gun. He didn't expect anybody that was going to fight back. He expected, the girls from the first accident who just kind of put themselves through stupidity.
Their faces run over and body parts thrown out windows, yeah.
Did anybody else notice when all the girls here, the stunt women, were in the restaurant originally, as they were going around and they were talking, he was sitting in the background at the bar.
Yeah.
The entire time. So that's kind of what he does. He kind of preps things by kind of picking out people and then hiding in plain sight. Sort of making sure that he hears them and hears what they're doing and where they're going and what's going on. And that's how he hunts them down.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I'm over here thinking... This movie was made in the late 90s. It's fucking 2007.
Yeah. No, not late 90s. That was definitely not late 90s.
It's just the way the fucking movie was made.
Rosario Dawson? No, definitely not late 90s.
I don't know. It's the way the movie was made. The grainy film and the old look. Yeah, I got it. I get it now.
It was made that way on purpose. Definitely.
Yeah.
So... What would you say was the best death scene in the movie?
Best death scene in the movie?
Best death scene.
The second where he fucking drives head on into the other girl's car.
Right, but I'm talking about the individual death. Which person died in the most spectacular fashion as far as you're concerned?
Jungle Julia.
Yeah.
Jungle Julia, the one that lost the leg?
Killed Pam.
Yeah, no, her leg, and I think she lost an arm, too.
Did she lose an arm? I didn't see the arm. I saw the leg go flying.
I saw the leg go flying, but,
I know the one girl that went through the windshield. Yeah. And then... What was it? What was the girl's name? It wasn't Jungle Julia, it was her friend that did the... Butterfly, yeah.
Abernathy? Wait, no, that wasn't Abernathy.
No, Abernathy was the other one.
Abernathy was the other.
Abernathy is Rosario Dawson. Arlene.
Vanessa Ferlito.
When she got
Vanessa
the tire
was Butterfly
up the center of her face. When she got the tire up the center of her face, that's the one that I thought was probably the most spectacular death in the movie.
I like that when he
I
killed
wouldn't
Pam.
say spectacular.
I like when he killed Pam. It wasn't like and I love Rose McGowan, but the way he just slammed on the brakes and just let her head hit the
exposed metal dashboard. Yeah, right.
I guess the evil of the whole thing, like, who thinks shit like that?
Well, obviously him.
It was just.
It also makes me wonder how many other people he killed before this.
He was cocky enough to go
after
sloppy about
stunt
it.
women.
There should be a prequel.
There should be a prequel.
I'm sure Kurt Russell would be down to do a prequel, Priest Car and stuff like that.
There should have been a closing credit scene that explained what happened to their friend when they left him with the very, very rapey guy.
You know what? There might be. I don't think I watched that far.
We're just gonna leave Lee in the cheerleader outfit with this guy who's just looking at her. The only word she says is gulp.
She's in a porn film.
Right. He thinks that she's going in a porno movie. Not like in some kind of action film. Oh, no. Let's go back just a few minutes.
Kind of scary. I was scared for her.
Okay. Worst...
No, but this is a really good movie.
Worst performance, as far as you're concerned, in the movie.
Kurt Russell!
No!
Yes.
No. His performance made the movie. It wasn't Kurt Russell.
He's such a bitch.
Right, but if he didn't act this way in the movie, if he wasn't what he was in this movie, it wouldn't have been watchable.
Just his face. I think I just hate his face.
You hate a lot. I can't trust you on that one, Miss B, because I don't know how many people you hate so many faces. It's not even funny. So many faces. Like, I hate his face. I hate his face. Right? We've been through how many movies, and at least 6 or 7 movies during the year, you pick out an actor and go, I hate his face. I just hate his face.
I'm going to tell you guys this. And I love Quentin Tarantino. I love him. But he's a horrible actor, in my opinion.
He's awful.
I was going to say Tarantino as well. I've only liked him in maybe one movie that he's been in. And that is just because he didn't try to make himself seem like the all-important cocky asshole in the movie. He actually played himself as sort of a weak, kind of flawed character. And that was From Dusk Till Dawn, when he played one of the Gecko brothers. The very flawed and very murderously rapey guy. That was the only film that I watched him in that I actually liked his acting performance. That being said,
I don't know. Quentin Tarantino is questionable as an actor.
He's a genius at what he does.
Yeah, no, he's got a great eye for directing and all that, but he
can't.
The way he portrays himself is very questionable.
He can't act to save his life.
No. But he puts himself in his films because he kind of does like the Stephen King and Alfred Hitchcock thing where he likes to make cameos in his own movies.
Yeah.
But the character he did in this movie, by the way, I mean, again, he's the worst acting ever, but he played the type of guy I would probably make friends with if I was a regular at some bar, like the bartender who all of a sudden randomly just buys shots to the regulars.
I think that he was not just the bartender. I think this was the kind of place where he was the bartender plus he was the owner. So he owned the bar, was also the bartender. So he's drumming up his own business by I'm going to buy shots for everyone because it's coming out of my pocket anyway. Yeah.
Exactly.
Go ahead and I want to go look up chartreuse to see if that's an actual liquor. I'm sure it is.
No one looked it up. Hang on.
Well, that's what he poured for the girls. It's like, everybody, let's get chartreuse. It's a liquor so good that it's got a color named after it. Yeah, I'm sure that's where the name of the color
is from. It is a thing, and it exists.
Yeah, it is a liquor.
Okay, guess who's going to be looking at the liquor store later to find a bottle of chartreuse?
It's green.
It is green, and it looks gross.
Yeah,
but enjoy it and have fun with that.
Well, there's a lot of green liquors.
It doesn't look gross because it's green, but because it says herbal snacks. That probably will get you drunk super fast and will taste like shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
But they do have yellow chartreuse.
Yellow chartreuse?
I don't know. It looks like fucking as bad as absinthe.
Okay.
Boy, listen.
Well, we kind of zoned out for a minute there. We're like thinking liquor.
Liqueur.
Anyway.
Anyway.
All right. So, any final thoughts on the movie? Any real?
Honestly, this is a really good fucking movie.
It is a very good movie, very decent with the gore that we did see and the action.
Girl power, fuck yeah!
And it was empowering to women because basically every man that weak men are usually bullied to women until they find the right one that will bully him back.
If you noticed, like, both of these movies, both Grindhouse movies, this and Planet Terror, both had lead actresses that were very powerful.
Yeah.
Like, in the other movie actually kind of stars Rose McGowan with a machine gun leg,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I think, what's the other girl? Like, Sarah Polley was the nurse with the needles and everything. Which is interesting, very interesting, because both of these movies were funded. Who were the executive producers on these movies? The Weinsteins.
Oh, of course.
That's what I'm sitting here like, okay, wait a minute. Rose McGowan was in both of these movies, and the Weinstein brothers were
Rose,
the ones
are you okay?
Kind of bankrolled the whole thing. So, and I wanted to really just say, like, I kind of enjoyed the soundtrack to the whole movie. Like, there was some songs in here that I was like, wow, that's actually a really good song. So I started looking up the artist. One of the artists, I believe it's actually the one scene where Butterfly dances for Mike. That song was done by the Coasters, who also was well known for the song Yakety Yak.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, those songs are so fucking night and day. It's like, I know Yakety Yak, and it's such a novelty song that I'm not surprised that this song kind of got buried in their catalog a little bit. See, I'm sitting here talking music, Omar.
I'm sorry. I had to answer a call of nature real fast, quick, and
That's quite all right. We were actually talking about the fact that the Coasters sang one of the main songs in here, the one that Butterfly did her little lap dance to. And
it had that movie had some great music.
I had to look some of the songs up. I was like, I really want to put some of these in a playlist because I really enjoyed them. But I was surprised when I found out the Coasters, their main song is Yakety Yak. Like, that's the one everybody knows.
Don't Talk Back.
And when you put those two songs back to back, you're like, night and day. You got this song that is essentially just a novelty. And this other
they had
song,
a lot of great music.
Oh yeah, well I'm gonna have to listen to them now. But like,
very bluesy stuff, and some of the stuff sound. It's like if you do blues with rockers, basically. Right. Some of their stuff, it's pretty good music. They just had to have the little pop bubblegum hit because it was the business back in the day in the industry. But they were actually pretty good musicians.
And that's where I kind of have that little disconnect where people, they can have fantastic music, but they play that one novelty song, which makes me go, yeah, I don't want to listen to the rest of the catalogs. I don't enjoy this.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
There's plenty of like that.
Well, I'm getting up there now, and now I'm like, oh, well, I'm seeing things, hearing things, like, oh, I did not realize some of these songs that you're listening to in these movies are actually associated with things that I had written off because of one pop song.
Well, anything before, I will say 1985, that was what you would call a one-hit wonder, usually has very interesting catalogs behind them. They just somebody wanted to make a quick buck up of them, and I guess they made a quick buck too, and they did that and got rich and whatever.
Fair enough. This movie was actually internationally considered a flop. It was given a $30 million budget to create the film, and worldwide it made $31 million. So technically they made a profit, but if you consider the amount of money that they had to put into distribution, so on and so forth, they took a loss.
Yeah.
A pretty sizable loss.
Did the budget include distribution?
I don't think so. I think the budget was just for making the movie. I don't think they were talking distribution at all.
No post-production cost.
No, I think I don't think you're. Yeah, when you're talking about, well, post-production and distribution are different things.
Well, no, post-production costs. Anything that happens after you finish, you wrap it up.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, they probably had
distribution would fall under post-production.
They probably had it. I'm thinking when you say post-production, I'm thinking editing, sound, so on and so forth.
No, there's not that much cost to that. It's just a lot of work.
A lot of work. We can pay you shit, but we're not going to. We're not going to put a lot of money into it. Not at all. Do all the work, get very little credit. There are
editors do all right.
There are, in total, 6 different versions of this film.
Really?
So they have the original Grindhouse film was only 87 minutes long. Then they have a 113-minute version, a 114-minute version, a version of 121 minutes, and another version of 127 minutes.
I've only seen the 114-minute version. I believe that's the one I've seen like 4 times.
I think this is what we're watching. Yeah, this is the almost 2 hour. This is like an hour and 53 minutes. Yeah, 113 minutes.
So.
Yeah. I was considering getting the extended version, like the 127-minute one. They do sell the director's cut on here, but I wanted to make sure I was watching the same thing you guys were. So,
yeah.
Considering they had it free everywhere, I'm like, yeah, they're not giving away the director's cut free. I want to make sure that I'm not watching this and going, oh, by the way, this scene, and you're like, what do you mean this scene? I didn't see that. What the fuck, huh?
Yeah, no, I saw the hour 53-minute one.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I watched.
I didn't watch it this week at all. I've watched it in the past, so I guess that's that. But I didn't watch it this week. I just learned of the movie, which movie is it, like a couple of days ago. And I've been doing overtime at work because they opened overtime for my position, and I have a child that's coming to live with me, and his room is not all the way ready yet.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
There's that.
Well, got to make sure that they've got living quarters. All right, so we're going to go ahead and take a very short break for. I keep wanting to say station identification, like we're on some fucking radio channel. For our sponsors. And we will be right back with the second half of our podcast and a quick set of games. We're going to do Trial by Trolley and Loaded Questions. And now that we've plodded through the 30 second to maybe 2 minutes worth of sponsors, we're going to go ahead and move into something a little bit more fun than listening to commercials. I mean, hopefully, anyway. And that's our trolley game. Mr. Omar is going to be with us for the second half, or the first half of the second half, and then the second half of the second half, he's going to move on.
So I'm here for the third quarter.
Right.
Oh my God.
Right.
Why are we making this more complicated than it needs to be?
Because I love inducing headaches. I do. Ask my wife.
I'm gonna play some minutes in the third quarter. Then I'm benching.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead and start our first set of victims on the left-hand track. we have a group of school shooting survivors. And on our right-hand track, we have a pair of adorable gay penguins.
Fuck the penguins.
Yeah. When you survive a school shooting, I mean, I'm sure there's a Trump supporter that will find those dead penguins and make some dinner out of that.
Oh yeah. No, they'll just mount them on a wall. They don't.
Their heads.
We don't make use of the meat. We just kind of take the trophy. That's what we do.
Exactly.
I say we like I have any part of that.
I'm sure they'll grill some penguin wings with some Carolina.
We, as in Americans.
I am genuinely surprised, Miss B. I am genuinely surprised. The last couple of times that we've played this game, you've saved the fucking kids.
I know.
You're usually like, fuck them kids. But you saved the kids yet again.
Well, it's 2 penguins.
2 gay penguins.
Whichever orientation they may have. If there were adult penguins, they've had their fun.
Okay.
The school shooting survivors are most likely kids. Because they probably survived by being able to hide in small places, meaning that they're small.
They are kids. They're school shooters, survivors.
Right.
Well, could have been teachers, but no, they're kids
true.
because they were the easiest one to hide.
Right, the little kids, the ones we hid under the desk. Anyway.
Exactly.
Moving on our right-hand track, we have your emotionally distant father figure. And on our the left-hand track, we have a depressed teacher who has led the entire class of first graders to line up on the tracks.
Wait, what about the teacher?
So, on the right-hand track, we have your emotionally distant father figure. On our left-hand track, a depressed teacher who has led an entire class of first graders to line up on the tracks.
Wow.
So this
take out my
depressed
dad,
teacher.
but also fuck them kids. I don't know.
I'm gonna save the kids and run over my emotionally distant father figure.
Sorry, Dad.
Yeah.
Not sorry.
See.
Yeah, I have to deal with an emotionally distant mother figure who tried too hard to be a father that forgot to be a mother.
Because you get 2 bonuses here. First, you've taken out that emotionally distant father figure. Fuck him. Just saying that. Second,
that's the worst.
You have your teacher here, the depressed teacher, who's lined the children up on the tracks, and he's like, "Come get me, train!" And then he sees the train switch tracks, and he's like, "No!" He was ready to take all them kids with him. Like, we know who upset him now. We know why he's depressed.
Yeah.
He's depressed because he's teaching first graders. That's what his depression is right there, and that's why he's trying to take them with him. Because that's like a homicide-suicide pact there with kids that don't know that they're making a pact. Today we get to play on the track, so thank you, teacher. You know, I don't know.
Oh my god. This is so cool! Anyway, next question.
It would also depend what we consider an emotionally distant father figure.
Are you sure I'm strong enough to catch the train? Anyway. Next
this is a game we like to call chicken.
Yeah.
We're going to help you with this game, though. We've glued your shoes to the tracks. Now, stand still.
Don't be a chicken.
You don't have a choice at that point. Tommy pissed himself.
Untie their shoes or unvelcro their shoes and run.
Have you ever seen a first grader try to rapidly untie their shoes?
I have seen a first grader get their shoes off faster than they can fucking... I don't know.
I can imagine the cycle just revealing itself in the depressed teacher. Say your prayer, little fuckers.
Okay.
Anyway.
Next set of tracks. On our right-hand track, we have a group of friends in a low-income neighborhood who fought the odds and are all attending college together. And on the left-hand track, all the porn servers on Earth.
I'm gonna take out the friends.
You're saving the porn?
I'm gonna save the porn.
You're saving...
Sex workers need money too. They need to make a living too. Sex work is real work. I'm not into it, but fuck, man, I'm not gonna
I'm
A lot of
torn
these people.
I'm torn between both, because both sides, whoever you kill, some others will come to take their place.
Yeah, exactly.
New porn servers
I mean,
can be created.
if you take out all the porn servers, new servers can be created, or
Think of all,
they could.
think of all the work the sex
dungeons
workers
and
will
things,
have if there's no porn left. Think of all the work that's creating. Yeah, see, now you're thinking about it. If you take out all the porn servers and they need to create new ones, that means new content needs to be created. Those things need to be filled up.
True.
You're creating jobs.
Yeah. Okay.
The new content part, that will turn the world into a huge orgy.
And who says that all these friends that beat the odds that are going to college are actually going to make it in college? You might be giving them work too. Who knows? Anyway.
True.
You got a couple. You got a couple of college graduates in that industry too.
I was trying. I was trying to get into finance, and I was trying to get into English literature.
I'm an accountant.
Sex was easier.
The whole gargling pins seemed like more appealing to me.
Gargling pins.
I check out the servers.
Okay.
The whole pin gargling seemed more appealing.
We're going to take a slightly evil turn here. Here we go. On our right-hand track, we have some guy about to kill a bunch of baby seals. And on the left-hand track, we have everybody who still uses the R word.
Mm-hmm. Everyone who still uses the R word.
The R word?
If I say it, can you text it to him? Because if I say it out loud, then I've used the R word and I'm not doing it. Not even to explain. Not even to explain.
I can think of a few R words.
It is a derogatory term for people with mental disabilities.
Oh, yeah, kill them.
Yeah. Okay. Let's. There, I figured out a way to say it without saying it.
There you go.
Yeah, we can kill those R words.
I'm like sitting here, like I'm teetering. I'm on that seesaw, like I don't want to drop off the other side.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm killing the people with the R words. And plus, here's the thing: if you go and kill the guy that's about to kill a bunch of baby seals, technically you're killing the baby seals too. So.
Yeah.
I mean, that's.
Wait, are the seals on the tracks?
Yeah, he's on the track with the seals.
Oh. Yeah. No,
that makes no sense. Why would you kill the guy with the seals to save the seals, which you've just killed?
It's not like the seals are going to get out of the way in time.
Yeah, it's art squish.
Yeah.
No, save the seals. Them people.
Smoosh. Okay, I got two more here.
Most people that say they are...
The seals are fucked either way.
The seals are fucked, yes. On our right-hand track, we have a horrible supernatural clown that kills and eats children. And on the left-hand track, the sleazy professor who gives good grades in exchange for, quote, extra credit.
Yeah, the sleazy professor.
I mean, you're saving kids either way.
Yeah.
Yeah, the professor, because the other one, they don't exist. Just
it's a supernatural clown. It's a supernatural clown. Who's to say that the fucking train hitting it is going to do anything?
Exactly.
Right? Yeah. I mean, what's the last time
you
watched...
some other way if it's true.
Did they take out it with a locomotive? No. There's no tie-in to the tracks, It doesn't happen.
Yeah, no. Get rid of the sleazy teacher. And if Hugh is right about that clown, we'll find other ways to kill him.
Yeah, right. I mean, it looks like it. It does. It looks like it used a child as a puppet, It really does. So. It
is Pennywise. It's got the kid with the yellow jacket.
Okay. Last set of people for the trolley tracks. You ready?
Yep.
On our right-hand track, we have a group of aliens on their way to probe the fuck out of your asshole. And on the left-hand track, Hitler's parents.
Yeah, Hitler's parents.
Before or after they make Hitler?
See, that's
Before.
the question. It just says Hitler's parents. It doesn't give you a time frame.
No.
No time frame whatsoever there. And was Hitler old enough that by the time he finally did his stuff, his parents would have even been around? That's a good question to look up. Were his parents alive when he basically became a fucking Nazi? That's a good question right there.
If it's after or before they made Hitler, that's the main question there.
In the middle of the act of making Hitler, I think that's when you kill them. In the middle of that act.
So they were making Hitler in a trolley?
Right. Just crash the trolley.
In the trolley tracks?
On the trolley tracks.
It's not unheard of.
Well, somebody that will make Hitler probably will partake in that type of activity.
I don't know.
That's a weird place to have a baby. Thump thump. Anyway.
Well, to make a baby.
Make a baby, give birth to the baby. Who cares? It's on the trolley tracks. We don't want you doing it there.
Because when you gotta go, you gotta go.
There you
But
go.
making a baby there, it's
Hitler
totally
was
different story.
created to the soft lull and vibrations of a trolley running his parents over. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, sounds
They
good.
made Hitler to violence and accordions.
Violence and accordions?
To the sound of violence and accordions.
Oh, I heard violence, not violins.
Well, my bad.
Violence.
I'm a foreigner. Please forgive me.
It's okay. It's okay.
Blame my exotic accent.
I would not say any such thing. No.
I can.
Hey, all I can do is ask for clarification. All I can do. That's all I'm allowed to do. Can you please clarify, sir? What are we talking
You can
about?
blame the SOL for that.
Anyway.
All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and say bye to Mr. Omar. He's heading off to go do his thing, his vehicular
Bye-bye.
detailing, and we're going to move on with some loaded questions.
All
Whole
right.
stack of them here. All right.
Love you and be missing you guys. Be good.
Yes,
You too. Take
yes.
care, man.
We shall see you next week, sir.
Hopefully catch you guys next week. Be easy.
All right. All right. So we'll start off with the first question, Miss B.
All right.
What should you never do in a public restroom? Use the restroom.
There's a lot of things you should never do in a public restroom.
I'm just going with the simple one. Use the restroom in general. Just you should never use the restroom in the public
never-
restroom.
Don't go to the public restroom to eat.
Don't eat. That's a good one.
Don't eat in the room.
Don't have sex
Or
on the
in
floor
the
of the
bathroom.
public restroom.
Don't go shooting up.
That's a good idea for just nowhere in general.
Please don't do drugs in my bathroom.
Right.
In the public bathrooms.
Don't do that. Nobody wants to find
Don't do
you
drugs
like
in
that in a
general,
public
but-
bathroom. Yeah, don't do it in general, but nobody
Not in
wants
the public bathrooms.
nobody wants to find you on the shitter, a la Elvis Presley. Just
No one wants to find your leftovers in the bathroom.
no.
You messy shits and puking and your fucking trash and your needles and all that shit. Your fucking burnt up spoon.
Ooh. Yeah, let's move on. Anyway,
Anyway,
which non-flying animal do you wish could fly?
ooh,
Snow leopard.
why?
A flying snow leopard. Why not?
Yeah, you're just asking for fucking death.
Or what about just elephants like Dumbo? Like
Turtles.
elephants in general, flying turtles.
Yes.
Oh, let's make them the non-snapping variety, please. I would hate a
Yes.
flying snapping turtle. I would hate that.
Honestly, I would hate to see a flying gecko.
However, flying snapping turtle videos, like when flying snapping turtles attack, those would be pretty funny to watch.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it depends on what they're biting. I mean, you don't want to see somebody get something bitten off. But,
I want to see a whale fly.
A whale? Flying
A
whale.
whale.
There you go. I'm going to take the elephant. You can have the whale.
Jellyfish. Just most of the sea creatures. No sharks, though. Sharks can stay in the water. They get their ocean back.
If jellyfish fly, I want them to fly like they float in water, though.
Yeah.
You know, how they kind of float.
The bloop, bloop,
Yes.
bloop.
I want them to fly like that, and just as slow, so that I can get the fuck out of the way.
Yeah.
That's all I'm asking.
Can you imagine one... but see, that's the thing. They're like these, I don't know, translucent... Have you watched Love, Death, and Robots yet?
No.
Oh, you motherfuck!
I've watched bits and pieces. I know they have a second season out, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have to sit down and actually watch it, but I've had time invested in, like, everything else.
I know. You gotta put a little time into Love, Death, and Robots, because it's real fucking good.
But it's one of those things that I want to actually sit down and watch. I don't want to sit down and watch it as background noise. And most things that I'm watching late...
True.
The
episodes aren't that long.
I know. That's why I want to sit... Because they're individual episodes. It's not like you're watching an entire season where if you miss one episode, they kind of explain a little bit in the next episode. No, it's if you're not watching, you miss something.
They all have, like, nothing to do with each other. It's, like, different storylines and shit. It's really fucking good.
Right, so it's something I want to sit down and focus on. And lately I have been the unfocused little HD? High definition deficit disorder. Yeah. ADHD, boy.
I feel you.
Yes. I have high definition deficit disorder.
But anyway, back to what I was getting at about fucking Love, Death, and Robots. There's this episode where these guys are in the desert and, like, they run out of gas. They're, like, I don't know, door-to-door salesman or some shit. I don't know what I don't remember what they sell. But, like, when the sun goes down, they're, you know, getting ready to start walking again. Fucking, they look up and these, like, translucent, ghostly sea creatures start, like, coming out of the woodwork not woodwork, but coming out of the sand and fucking just, like, appearing everywhere, and they're floating around. It's like everything's fucking swimming around, and one of the guys, he's like, oh my god, I want to swim, I want to do this, and, like, they realize that their stuff is starting to float, and the older salesman guy, he's like, dude, what are you doing? Don't do that, don't do the thing, and fucking, younger guy, you know, he gets naked, he jumps off a fucking cliff, and he's like, what the fuck are you doing? And he starts floating up, and then a glowy shark comes around and fucking chomps him.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Not brilliant.
But it's real fucking pretty.
Okay, well, now I'm going to have to watch it. It sounds interesting. I'm going to have to watch it now. All right, next question. What song would be in the opening credits of a movie about your life? What song? That's a tough question. That's a tough question. That's a tough question. American Idiot. I mean, if I'm on, I've done some stupid fucking stuff. So I believe American Idiot would probably work out pretty well. Oh no, you have to Google it. I've asked a thinking question.
I have to go look it up. Hang on.
We still need to fill the air, though.
Real fast.
We can't just sit here and be quiet for like 5 minutes while you're looking things up.
I'm looking through my Spotify and more.
Right. I mean, I was just thinking like American Idiot sounded good. I'm not even looking through my Spotify. That is a good way to think about this.
Right, you can't ask a question that's going to make you look for something.
Jeez.
Because now I'm like...
Self-Esteem might be a good one by The Offspring. That might be a good one.
Ooh.
I do like that song. Oh God, there are so many songs that I would put in the front.
God, I can't answer this right now.
That's a tough question.
It's too difficult. I'm going through everything. I don't know, man.
I asked you a question.
This is the story of a girl who cried a river and drowned the whole world. You know,
there you go.
We'll go
you picked a song. There you go. I know which one to put at the end of the movie. That one I've got. The first one, it's tough because you have so many things. You're like, well, how do you want to open it? But the ending, it has to be the theme song from iZombie. Stop, I'm Already Dead.
Yeah, yes. I am already dead.
Okay. What would you be horrified to see floating in your toilet? My toothbrush.
I wouldn't be horrified. I'd be pissed.
I would be horrified if I brushed my teeth and then my roommate sent me a video of my toothbrush floating in the toilet. Would you not be horrified?
I'd still be fucking pissed. No, I'd be pissed. I'd be fucking furious, not horrified.
Okay.
Someone's gonna die.
All right, I can go to another extreme because I had something in my head, and it is a horrifying thought, and it is one that you're going to look at me and go, Chris, no. A fetus.
A snake. Oh, come on. God damn it, Christopher. Fuck you.
I told you. You would look at me and go,
God damn it. I knew you were going to go there. I knew you were going to get there. But, No, I'm sorry. I'd say a snake. I'd, freak out if I see a snake in the toilet because, I always have the feel. I'm afraid of, sitting down and something coming up and, biting me.
Okay. That's something you find in the toilet after it bit you, though. Just, ow. The likelihood of I don't think...
Just a severed hand.
Do water snakes bite, in general?
Yes.
Do they?
Yes.
I've never actually been bitten by one, so it's not like something I ever really asked.
I mean, we're not in an area that has a whole lot of venomous snakes.
That's true. They're usually in warmer climates.
Yeah.
If I'm not
I mean, you were down in Georgia, but...
Okay. Oh, this is too easy a question. Who is the one person you would never want to meet? That's
Donald
too
Trump.
easy a question. Yeah, that's too easy a question.
Too easy, yeah.
It's very political. No, I would never want to meet Donald Trump.
Next one.
Just never. What would be a good title for a movie about your teenage years? What would be a good title for
Stop!
I'm already dead. No. What would be a good movie title for my teenage years?
Don't fucking do the thing.
If I could do it over. Well, that's if I got put back in my teenage years. There you go. Hold my beer. I did some stupid stuff. I did.
Yeah.
I did some dumb stuff. Just hold my beer. That's all. That's all you need.
YOLO.
YOLO, right? That works too. What most likely to honor would your current or former classmates award you? I remember how my classmates treated me. This is not saying good things about my classmates.
Yeah.
As far as they were concerned, growing up, I had a slight lisp. I kind of still do just a little bit. You can hear I go hard on the S's sometimes. As far as they're concerned, with the long hair and the lisp, they thought that I was gay. So in their eyes, most likely to kiss a guy. Yeah, that's where I was going with that one. My classmates didn't really take a social liking to me till after I was well out of school.
Yeah.
And at that point, it's just like, well...
It's too late for y'all.
Yeah. What's the point here? I've made other friends.
Exactly.
Thank you, though. How about you?
I don't know.
Most likely to what? Most likely
to go to jail, probably.
Most likely to go to jail? Most likely to stay silent for long periods of time after being asked a question.
In middle school, I was in a school of fucking, mispressed little horse girls.
Well, I went to Essex
with
Agricultural.
Rich mommies and daddies.
I went to Essex Agricultural, so I was literally in school with horse girls. Literally.
I mean, but at the Vogue, I don't know. Most likely to get a graphic design job. Which, I mean, I guess I have. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Poof! You are now the opposite sex. What is the very first thing that you would do?
Go to the bathroom.
If I suddenly became the other sex, the very first thing I would do would probably be to immediately freak out because of the loss of the penis. Just like, where the fuck did it go? How the fuck did this happen? I mean, if we're talking like the very first thing, you know, I'm not going to do what most guys... I know if we had Seth on the podcast, the first thing I know he'd say is I'd go stand in front of a mirror for a few hours, you know?
Yeah.
No, I just
God
immediately like, what the fuck happened? Where did my dick go? I explain. This is like Freaky Friday. I don't understand what's going on here. Okay. What message would you like to see when opening a fortune cookie?
Lottery numbers.
Have you seen my cat? You open up fortune cookies and what you get, you know, like how they had kids on milk cartons? You have missing cats on little things inside the fortune cookies.
Oh my god. Why cats?
You've never heard that bad joke? You can always tell how good a Chinese food restaurant is by the shrill meows coming out of the kitchen.
I hate you. That's racist.
It's not. Okay. It is. It's horrible.
Yeah.
It is horrible. So, we're opening up a new segment next week. Everybody hates Chris.
Hey, trademark. That's already existing.
Hey, his name's Seth. Doesn't mean that I can't get hate too.
There's a show called Everyone Hates
Oh
Chris.
no! Oh no, that's right. Chris Rock's TV show. That's right. That's right.
Everybody hates Chris.
Everybody wants to kick Chris in the ass. There we go.
Anyway.
Oh God, yeah, no, I'm not even gonna let that pass. I'm gonna apologize immediately. I'd like to apologize to the Asian community for making a joke that was so...
Please don't sue us.
Oh, I'm not. It's not even the suing. First, they can sue me. I have no money. You know, what is this? A class action lawsuit against one bit of... Yeah, no. They can sue me. I don't have any money. I'm just asking them not to cancel us.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, no. That was not me trying to be intentionally racist. I'm sorry.
No.
I was trying to be funny and I failed spectacularly. And now I am backpedaling like, no.
Oh no.
No.
Oh no.
It's like something you did, and then you just watch it slowly snowball. Just pick up speed and get bigger and bigger and bigger, and you're like, fuck. It's like that guy.
Fucking shit.
That guy standing in the forest in California who decides to smoke a cigarette and then just flicks his match like he normally does when he's at home, and then as he's seeing the match spiral through the air, heading towards the dry grass.
Fuck. Yep.
Boom. Yeah. That's what I just did mentally. Just what the words had spilled out of my mouth, and immediately you're like, oh, and then I went, oh, why did I say it? And I'm not going to edit this out either. It's going to go out there.
No, that's okay. We appreciate the apology.
Yeah.
The recognition.
Are you accepting the apology on behalf of the Asian community?
I'm not. I'm not gonna do that.
I mean, if you
we accept your apology as a white person.
That's a big thing. I don't understand white people that do that. On. We accept your apology. Who? well, I'm like 1/16th Native American, or I'm 1/16th this. You're
Oh
still
my God.
white. You are
Those
white.
are the worst.
WHITE. The rest of the only
Yes.
reason why you're that part, and I'm going to say this is going to sound really, really racist, but it's
Because your
so historically
ancestors
true.
fuck.
Just like Thomas Jefferson, the only reason why you happen to be this little bit not white is because one of your relatives was an asshole and owned one of their relatives.
Yep.
That's how that happened. Boom.
Anyway, moving on.
Moving on from the unfortunately racist shit that just fell out of my fucking mouth without a thought. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. If you had a talking butt, what would it say? If I had a talking butt, what would it say? Why did I even ask that question? This is like
I don't know.
If I had a talking,
That's a question I don't know how to answer.
Could you just lay off the lactose, please? Lay off the lactose. That's all I'm asking.
Maybe don't eat a burger every single day.
Don't sit down so hard.
Stand up more.
Stand up. I would like there to be a
Go
little
for a
less of
fucking
me.
walk.
Can there be less of me? A little less.
There be more of me.
Do squats, asshole. All right, one last question for the day.
All right.
What is one word or phrase that it is just fun to say? I have one that I like. It comes from Die Hard. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. He said it in every single one of the Die Hard movies. I like that. Yeah.
You know, I started saying everything is awesome, like ironically, and now I can't stop.
I've noticed you've done it on several podcasts too.
Yeah.
Sometimes
No, I can't stop.
sometimes you just have to say it to remind yourselves that things should be awesome, but they're not right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Everything is awesome. Everything is awesome, isn't it?
While I'm like fucking sobbing.
Everything is awesome. Yeah.
I've done that on like several lives on TikTok.
Oh,
I'll
everything
be like
is
crying about some stupid shit and fucking everything is awesome. I'll be good.
right. We're just gotta remind ourselves everything's fine. Everything is not fine. Everything is not even remotely fine. But we're gonna try to convince ourselves in the most positive way. Just leave me alone for a while. Yeah.
Exactly.
Everything will be fine if you just go away. Don't watch me.
Alrighty.
Not you in general, just you.
Oh no, I know.
Okay. You know who I'm saying it to, too.
Yes.
You're aware.
I'm aware.
Okay.
I'm aware.
That being said, I think that we can go ahead and wrap up the podcast today, because we have definitely run out of shit to talk about. And
Yeah, pretty much.
we're just filling air with words now. That's what happens.
Yeah.
Like the bit. And
Try not to get that dead space.
to get this going again, I'm going to go with what you said the last couple of times, and we kind of missed it a few. We're going to end the podcast by saying thank you for being with us today on behalf of myself and Miss B. And remember, keep hydrated.
Drink some fucking water, you thirsty bitch.
Oh, I'm a thirsty bitch now.
Everyone's a thirsty bitch.
Everyone's a thirsty bitch. Okay. As long as it's everyone, not just me.
It's everyone, not just you.